everybody, this is Shah and I'm doing a review on the tarot deck, The Secret Language of Birds Tarot by ADELE, NOZEDAR, Linda Sutton. ADELE, NOZEDAR and Linda Sutton. It's quite a big box, so I'm quite anxious or interested, nosy, intrigued on what it will look like. This is what it will look like if it's in your bookcase, and it also gives you the introduction and that it's from Schiefer Red Feather and also printed in China. And this is the IBS number and it is on sale for $34.99. Now the foreword is by Philip Cargome, the chief of the Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids. Okay. On the back it says, birds were once considered to be messengers from the gods. The humankind and the tarot was once called the game of gods and birds. Ancient societies all over the world set great store by their ogres, who were experts at divination by analysis of birds. These magical magician priests had the skill to interpret the flight patterns and behaviors of birds in order to translate the desires of their deities. Every bird in this beautiful illustrated 78 card deck has been carefully chosen for its relationship to each tarot card and uses mythology, folklore and legend as well as the natural characteristics of each bird. To underline the connection, we invite you to fly into the world of magic as you learn the secret language of birds. Right, I'm going to open it up like we always do traditionally. We do it together. I've opened it up only on the corner so I can take the plastic off, so I haven't cheated yet. Oh yes, I have with the Akashic Tarot. Sorry, I had opened that one up. That was a birthday present. Okay. I'm so blessed with all these beautiful decks. Okay, so let's get started. And I think that makes the readings really exciting. You've got a little white ribbon on the front. It's magnetized, and this is how it looks in the beginning. On this box there's no introduction about the author like there usually is from Red Feather Schiefer, and this is the book. And then we get the cards. It is stuck together very solidly. It's good. It's all white inside and we've got white ribbons. The presentation of Schiefer really exceeds anybody else if you ask me. I might be biased, but I think, and what I've heard from other readers and creators, they think the same. Okay, so this is the book. It's cardboard, but it's a better quality cardboard than the Enchantment Tarot, and this is about the author and the artist. The artist is Linda Sutton and ADELE, NOZEDAR is the writer of the author of the deck. Okay, she is a writer and a photographer who lives in a remote location high in the mountains of Wales, UK. She is the author of The Secret Language of Birds, the Element Encyclopedia of Secrets, Signs and Symbols, the Signs and Symbols Source Book and the Freaky Dreams, all Harper Elements, the Magic of Angels, Joe Blake, the Book of Hedgerow Recipes, Random House and Fairies. Pen and Sword. ADELE also owns a fairy trade store in the book capital of the world, Hay on Wye in UK. ADELE Previously enjoyed a successful career both as a musician and in the music business. For more information, visit her website at www.adelenozedar.com. And Linda is the British-born Southend-on-Sea, Essex. She studied in Southend College of Technology, Windsor School of Arts, and the Royal College of Arts in London. Since first inhabiting the age of 17, she has had nearly 40 solo exhibitions and exhibits regularly at the Royal Academy of Arts Summer Exhibition in London. Linda has paintings in many international private and public collections. She lives in London and southern Italy. Wow, okay. So I hope this is going to be in colour. You've got dedications, then you've got contents and acknowledgements, and the contents is the foreword, introduction, the winged chariot, the game of gods and birds, a short history of the tarot, the 22 birds of the major arcana, the 4 flocks of the minor arcana, cups, wands, swords and coins, definition with the secret language of the birds. Conclusion. So let's have a look. A little foreword. I won't go into the foreword because that takes too much video time. Be careful what you ask. The winged chariot. How do you know but every bird that cuts the airy way in an immense world of delight, close to your senses 5. Okay. William Blake, The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Whilst writing the notes for this tarot deck, which is the culmination of seemingly idiotic idea that struck me like a bolt of the blue sometime back in 2004, events were unfolding in my own life that at the time was taking increasingly bizarre and some might say unreasonable twists and turns than any seemingly random spread of a selection of 78 cards might possibly presuppose. But then, that's life. We constantly try to analyze what's happening in our lives. We try to make sense of the senseless. Often, and the time we need to process certain events can take years. Okay, so birds have their flight patterns and behavioral patterns. Okay, don't look down. Smoke and mirrors. We need to look at things in different ways to turn our opinions about such matters upside down. Give them a good shake, turn them the right way up. Okay, that's just being more focused on what's happening around you. Okay, don't look down. It's only when we allow ourselves the dangerous luxury of stopping to take stock of what's going on and where we are that we take a real risk of shocking ourselves. If we are high up, then looking down can make us stumble. After all, we are not birds and we can't fly. The bird naturally knows no such fear of hesitation. Its ability to fly is the defining aspect that removes it from the remit of our normal human existence. Now it looks like there's been a reprint here, so it's difficult to read. It's not coming, or it's coming through the page. One of the two. But take your time to read it. Free will and destiny, nothing to change but your own mind. The tarot and ornithency. So this goes more into the story of tarot. Today we might think that watching the flight patterns and behavior of birds in order to determine the outcome of certain events is rather novel and fanciful idea. However, the province of this practice, known as ornithomancy, has been a long history, and many illustrations, illustrations characters have been involved with it. For example, think of St. Francis and his sermon to the birds, or Apollonius and Titan of Tyana, who preached Christ and seems to have shared many of the same talents, healing, raising people from the dead. Apollonius was reputed to speak the language of the birds, and indeed was King Solomon, who in a message from the bird was alerted about the incredibly beautiful and wealthy Queen Saaba, or Queen Sheba. Well, that is something. I'll be reading this book, and then it goes into the game of birds and gods. Okay. The 22 birds of the major arcana. It's not color. The spirit of tarot. Okay. This is the Fool. Then you've got the Il Matto. I suppose that is Latin. I'm no good at Latin because I don't know it. Then you've got the Cuckoo. He who has no fixed goal can never lose his way. That's quite true. Keywords: innocence, freedom, spontaneous, careless, playful, optimistic, trusting. So you get keywords: description. At the edge of the beach, pretty much where the sea meets the shore, we see beguiling looking young woman wearing strapless gold sundress and a golden bangle. She relaxed, looking over her shoulder in a come hither manner, effectively flirting with the camera. Okay, and get a significant detailed about the Fool. You've got the Fool and the Cuckoo, so that's how they interpreted the bird and what it means to the Fool. Significance of the Fool and the Cuckoo, and then it goes into detail interpreting the card. And then you've also got a piece of the reversed. So this is a nice summer book to read. Okay, I've got lots to read. I've got new decks that I need to read books on. Okay, they are just about as large as the Enchanted Tarot, so I'm just going to grab, I think they're the same size. They're larger. I think that might be a new size from Schiffer Red Feather. This size, look, they are even slightly larger than the Enchantment Tarot, but I think this is something new from Schiffer. Now here we go. Oh, she's sitting on top of a crocodile. Oh, how beautiful is that? They're glossy as well. Right, I'll bring it back in. Let's have a look. There you go. The Fool, and it's Il Matto. So the name, it's got the Latin name or Spanish name on the cards. They're bordered, and it looks like the border on the left hand side is thinner than the right, so I don't know if that is accident or if it's supposed to be like that. Okay, I think if you are a creator that cuts the borders off, I think they will be more manageable, but you see they are glossy, so I wonder how that is going to work with the lights. Okay, and I'm just going to see. Let's have a look. It's really extensive. So if you are a beginner, then you might find it difficult. Okay, you've got the Il Baghetto, that's the magician. You can see that all the elements are there, and this is the J. It's actually a pity that they didn't bother to put it in the grey section, the Il Baghetto and the J. So this is the J, the magician. Oh, I'll have to get a bird book. Here we've got the owl. I'm just going to take the book with me and going to go through it. Yes, la papessa, la papessa. Well, you start learning another language. I think it could be Spanish or Italian. I get the feeling of Italian. So that's the high priestess. They're not numbered either. That is unfortunate as well, because that would have helped beginners. We've got one that's cross, and that's the Empress. La Emperor, Emperatrice, I think. It must be French or Spanish. She's beautiful. And the High Priestess, let's have a look what the High Priestess could be. A dove. Yes, it's the dove. I think I'm going to make myself little write names on it in English. Okay, we've got the Emperor, and he might have the hawk. Let's have a look. Yes, it's the hawk. Vibrant colours. It's a pity that you've got a star here and a D, so I don't know, that's the moon most probably. Emperor. Then we go on to the Hierophant, I think. The High Priest, yes, the Hierophant. And you've got the bull here, Aquarius. Oh, you've got all the signs, Leo, and I think Scorpio. So I'll have to look into that. You've also got the two keys of the Hierophant, the conscious and the subconscious, and I think that is Libra. So let's have a look. Symbols, keywords. The highest priest referred. Significance of the high priest and the kite. No, it's shorter. I'm just going to stop because I just want to make it clear to everybody that's watching. I've got it. A multitude of symbols appear on the card. On the left hand lapel of the priest's jacket is the astrological symbol for the Libra. Left, there you are, that told you, Libra. Oh, I'm glad I know my signs. And on the right, the crossed keys, symbol of the Vatican state and the nobed to the second Papa, the Pope. Also appearing running down the right hand side are Taurus, Scorpio, Leo and Aquarius. These last four personified earth, water and fire and air. Ooh, I'm chuffed. Okay, and that is the swallow, I think. The kite. Il Papa. It looks like the swallow because of the V. I think it must be the swallow. Okay. Lovely. Then we have the lovers. Right, we've got parrots. Gemini, we've got parrots because we talk a lot. We stand for communication. Awesome. I like it. Funky cards. Then we have the chariots. Very nicely done. The eagle. Wow. Let's see if we can recognize any more. And this is Leo, I think. Let's have a look. The chariot. That's, we've had that. Strength card, yes, Leo, the strength, and it's depicted with the ostrich. Where's the hummingbird? I don't see the hummingbird. Oh no, it's not right. Hang on a minute. The chariot. Let's have a look. See, that's the chariot. So she's got a tiger there. I've got to sort this out. Don't start panicking. Da 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 da. Sort it out. Now, I looked into the card a little bit longer. It's not very clear because this card is a bit dark. And then I saw the sword and the scales. So I went on. Sometimes indeed the justice card and the strength card gets swapped. Okay. So this is the justice card, and that's the ostrich. La justicia. I really have to start speaking Spanish. I think it must be Spanish. So, going back, we have, I think this must be, let's have a look. Well, you see, that is not very nice. Let's have a look. I'm just going to do it in front of you, so just bear with me, because they're not numbered. This is the Hermit. Okay, the Hermit, yes. Very beautiful. Sitting on the mountainside in the sun, I suppose. The Hermit. La Peregrine Falcon, the peregrine falcon. Okay, I think it must be French. Spanish or French. Okay, so the Hermit is usually 9 or 8. These couple of cards, they keep on changing. So we've had the Hermit, then this must be the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's have a look. The Wheel of Fortune. La Ruota, the swallow. This is the swallow. Here you can see it. So there must be another bird that looks like a swallow, because we had the Hermit. It is the kite. Okay. Beautiful. I'm really learning a lot with the birds. I've got bird feathers, the Divine Messenger Oracle, Feather Oracle. Okay. So we haven't had the strength yet. The strength is here. Now, that is something that is 8. So it is not in the right order. It it doesn't correspond with the book. So as a matter of fact, I'm just going to change that. So justice, let me have a look. Let's go back. Chariot. The lion. It's quite la force. It looks like a hummingbird. Yes, it is the hummingbird. So the art is quite clear as to what the bird is. Okay, now I'm going to put the Leo here. Boom. It doesn't correspond with the book, so that is a pity. Okay, we've got the Hermit, then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we get the Justice card. Okay, boom. So I hope they will be in order now. And that's the ostrich. Then we have, usually when I didn't see the example on the card when I was watching a review. I didn't realize they were in a different language. La Peso, pelican. Boom, the hanged man. Okay, well that's quite straightforward. Looks like there's a rocket in the back as well going off in the moon. I like the sense of humor in cards, really. La Morte, and that is death, if I'm correct. Yes, la morte. Okay. And that is the vulture, picking the bones. Okay. And this is the robin, I think, and that is called temperance. La temperance. The robin. Temperanza. Okay. Beautiful. Take me a little bit of time to get to know the cards, because they're not numbered. I might even number them myself just to help me, because sometimes you can't get things from the art. But this is Il Diavan Il Divodo. Okay. Let me see. That could be the wheel. No, that's not the Wheel of Fortune. The Devil. So that's number 15. You see, there would be. It doesn't look evil because it doesn't. She doesn't look like a devil. She's got no horns. So, yeah. I love the magpie. Beautiful birds. So, it's too beautiful to be evil. And then we have the Tower. Now, can you see a tower? Can you detect a tower from this? I can't. Except that there is fire in the back. But I have... So, oh yes, there is. It's like the pizza, the Tower of Pizza. You have to really look good, because it's not definite windows or... So, wow. This could be out of a view out of the window, right? And that is the crow or the raven. The raven, okay. Then we have the star, I think. La stella. Yes, the star. And it's the nightingale singing. Then we have la luna. That's the moon. And what is the moon? The swan, I think. Let's have a look. Yes. I love the art on it. Here you see the lobster or the crab tattoo. Okay, then we have the sun, I think. Il Sol, yes, the sun, the peacock. Beautiful cards. Il Galdizio. I think that is the world. No, judgment. Judgment. And that's the crane. Then we have the world. Il Mondo. Yes, the world. You can see that. That's definite. Now, judgment. You don't see anybody rising. More in a state of sleep, I would say. Relaxing. The world. And that's the hoopoo. The hoopoo. Okay. And then we go on to the cups. The suit of cups. It says the 4 flocks of minor arcana. And start off with the cups. It goes into an explanation. From the north, the element of earth flies the tiny wren who carries a coin in her beak. Okay. From the south and the element of fire, we see skylark symbolizing wands. Okay. So the wren symbolizes cups, the skylark symbolizes fire. From the east, carried along by the element of air, is the seagull representing the swords. And finally, from the west, the kingfisher, the element water. So they've changed the suits. Okay. The suits of cups are copper or cooper. Okay. Then goes into the explanation of the cups. And then we have the ace. You get the keywords. Question inspired by this card. What can make me happy? Drawn up by the Ace of Cups. So I'm just going to flip through them. You've got the Two of Cups. That's a kingfisher. The female. And that's the male. There you go. The Three of Cups. The Four of Cups. I like the way they've used the astrology here. The Five of Cups. And these are numbered. So it's a pity that they haven't numbered the big arcana, because that would have eased, especially with the language. Okay. So you will have to study the names of the birds who belong. The birds are quite easy to see, but that is the way you can remember it. Remember the birds, then you remember the cards. The Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Okay. The Queen of Cups looks like Elizabeth Taylor. Beautiful. Why haven't we got the page? Okay. That is the King of Cups, I take it. The Knight of Cups. I'll just go. That must be the Knight of Cups, and then the Princess, I think, will be the Page. Okay. The King of Cups we've just had, that's the King. And then we have, it's funny how they've put them in order. It's not really logical. Okay. We've got the God and the Goddess of Cups. So this is God of Cups. So that is a Knight. And then you've got the Goddess of Cups. Okay. The final pair of cards in the suit of cups takes as its bird the Feng Hu. So each cup has also got the each of the characters have their bird. Kingfisher, the female kingfisher and the male kingfisher. The queen's got both. That's the queen, that's the king. He's more beautiful than the ladybird. Okay, and that's kingfisher. And here we've got the Fenhu, the mysterious Chinese equivalent of the phoenix. Unlike the phoenix, however, the Fengyun comprises two birds that live together as a pair, symbolizing the union of opposites, male and female, light and dark, yin and yang. Feng Yuhang lives in a magical kingdom somewhere east of China. In the place where the sun rises, sometimes the bird is seen with a cup of golden fire. The bird itself flies across the skies, carrying all the universe in its wake. Okay, so that is the masculine. And description: a handsome young Asian man, crowned as befits his golden-like status, holds aloft the mythical bird, the Fengyun, whose golden wings are outstretched with oriental firebird, or is also depicted on his sleeve. Then you've got the Feng Shui, I suppose, inclined to find his way in it by drifting rather than making any firm plans. Okay, so this photo of her, this is the description of her. Okay. Femininity, nurturing, compassion, intuition. A beautiful young Asian woman dressed in gold and red and wearing an elaborate crown sits astride Fan Feng Yun, the mythical Chinese firebird. That is her familiar. She looks directly at the viewer. The goddess rules over the element of cups, which in turn represents water, the epitome of the feminine aspect. The goddess of cups also signifies the feminine absolute, the mother, the daughter and the sister. So this is slightly different. So I would say you've got the knight. Usually the knight is the masculine and the princess is the page. And that's how I'm going to use them. Otherwise it will be too difficult for the viewers on my channel to understand. Okay, I can say always, of course, that the masculine is the knight and what it represents, and I will do that with the Chinese story behind it, because that belongs to this deck. Right, now we're going on to the wands. It also explains the wands. This has got a very Chinese, Indian, French, Spanish feel to it. Okay,